Jacob, you're Esau.
That's right.
And he's going to have mercy on Jacob.
But the real matter is, you really hate us. You believe that. You don't believe it. Okay. Well, I'm going to show it to you. You think you can talk your way into the kingdom of heaven. It's not going to work, man. It's not going to work, man. Let's see what Christ has to say, man. Let's think down there. You're going crazy. You're going into the kingdom. Let's leave it to what Christ said. That's why Christ got to come and put you in chains. And we are going to beat the hell out of you for it. Because you don't have no remorse.
He was a man born like me and you from the ghetto of Nazareth. Now we can't say there's no excuse for us to be perfect.
Right.
Because we are born of a man from the ghetto.
Right.
That's how it helped us.
We are going to rule well on the earth. On the earth. Guess what? We're not going to some pie in the sky. That's right. You're not going to die and go underground. Let me tell you what's going to happen. You will be on the bottom of society, and you are going to be in the bottom of society until there are no more of you. That's how God is going to fix the earth.
And now it is high time to awake out of sleep.
Right. Now is the time to awake out of sleep. Now is the time to stop celebrating those Christmas, Easter, Thanksgiving, and Halloween. Now is the time. Now is the time to come back to your Father's commandments. Right? Now is the time to come back to Passover. Feast of Unleavened Bread. Right? Now is the time to come back to the Feast of First Fruits. Now is the time to come back to loving thy brother like thyself. Time to come back. If we don't come back, then we'll just get sucked up into the judgment of America. And you don't want to get sucked up into the judgment of America, because America's judgment is burning. America's judgment is hellfire. That's what America's judgment is. Keep going, Art.
But now is our salvation nearer.
It's what?
Our salvation nearer.
And black man, Hispanic, Native American man, for us to have salvation, somebody has to be destroyed. For us to have our kingdom, there's a kingdom that has to be destroyed. Right? Just like when the Romans took power, right? The Greeks had their kingdom had to go under. Right? When the Greeks took power, the Persian Empire had to go under. When the Persians took power, right, the Babylonians had to go under.
Right.
Right? So for us to take power and for Christ to take power, right, a kingdom here that's ruling now has to go under. And that just so happened to be the Edomite kingdom.
Right.
That just so happened to be the Edomite kingdom. The Edomite kingdoms have to go under for you to have salvation, black man, Hispanic man, Native American man. I know you don't want to hear it, but that's just the fact of the matter. You think Donald Trump's going to rule with Christ? You think Joe Biden's going to share the White House? We're going to share the White House with Christ? Is that what we think? Well, what's his name? What's his name? Netanyahu. You think Netanyahu? You think he's going to share Israel with Christ? Is that what y'all think is going to happen? You think Hamas is going to share? Is going to share with Christ? No, Christ has to rule, and all these other kingdoms have to fall, man.
Right.
They have to fall. You looking at? Give me Psalms 119 and 60. Give me Psalms 119 and 60. Because we can't sit. We've been sitting and waiting too long, black man, Hispanic man. We've been sitting waiting too long. Just sit and wait, and then we go get together. No, Lord said, make it, hurry up, do it fast. The Lord didn't say chill until I come back.
Right.
No, the Lord said make haste. Right? The Lord said make haste. The Lord didn't say just be cool. We're gonna get it all together when I come back. No. The Lord said practice the righteousness of heaven now. You practice the righteousness of heaven now. Then when Christ returns, it ain't gonna be such a shocker to you. You got that for me? Go ahead.
The book of Psalms 119, verse 60. I made haste and delayed not to keep thy commandments.
Ooh wee. What King David say? Read that one more time. No, he said I made haste to do what?
And delayed not.
Right, to do what?
To keep thy commandments.
That's what King David said. King David said, I hurried up and I didn't delay to keep the commandments of God. Why? Because that's where our salvation is. The more that come keep the law, statutes, and commandments, and the more that come to the Isupk, and the more that come learn the truth of who they are and what to do, right? What happens? Keep going.
Verse 61. The bands of the wicked have robbed me.
Right. The bands of the wicked have robbed us. They robbed us from our nationality, right? They robbed us from our land. They robbed us from our God. They robbed us from our laws, statutes, and commandments. They robbed everything from us. Hell, they robbed our wives. They robbed our families. Keep going.
But I have not forgotten thy law.
But even though they did all that, what did King David say?
But I have not forgotten thy law.
Right. We have not forgotten our law. We haven't forgotten what keeps us whole. Right? We haven't forgotten that. Because our laws is our heritage, Hispanic man, Native American man. Right? The devil came to separate us. But those laws, statutes, and commandments is what brings us back together. Right? Under our God, the God of this here Bible. Under our King, his son, Jesus Christ. Right? Right. Ain't that the truth? That's the truth about it, right? We have a king. We have a God. We have a nation. We have a nation. We have a law. We have a code of conduct. We have a dress code. We have a dietary law. We have high holy days. We have all these things. We have these things. We have our own conduct to be a separate nation right here in America. But first, we have to want to keep these things. We have to want to separate from the devil and come together with each other.
Oh, jokes aside. You know how niggas be like, I'm this and that for life, and this and that for life.
You don't receive her what? Her plane in the Isupk. We ain't worried about the coronavirus. I mean, with gloves on.
140 for the rebel.
The world's turned its back on me. I'm a cripple. We got soldiers, he got soldiers, but I got different.
Don't sit here and talk shit. What's the goodness? If you're gonna cross the line, cross the fucking line. Otherwise, get the fuck out of here. Right.
Forgive me for the times that I did and bring it given. Have your respect to your.
Nosotros somos una nación. Nosotros somos la misma gente. Nosotros.
El mundo sepa que nuestros hermanos negros y hermanos moranos ya no estarán separados, pero se unirán para hacer grandes cosas por todas las 12 tribus peredas de Israel.
Ready? All right. Do what? Oh, yeah. I'm not. We're good now? All right, clap it up. All right. Shalom, Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shah Barakatham to all the brothers. Yahweh Shamar Lathah Bashem, Yahweh Shah to all the sisters. With the ISUPK. Started out at 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under commanding General Yohana. All right. Today is ISUPK San Antonio history class. And we are finishing off Black History Month, right? What I've been seeing all month. I've been seeing black people tying themselves to African Africa still. We're still tying ourselves to Africa. You know what I mean? It's 2024 and we still tying ourselves to Africans. You know what I mean? How come when you're dark-skinned, right, and Africans are dark-skinned, we have to all be together? We do know there's dark-skinned people all on this earth, right? There's dark-skinned people in China. There's dark-skinned people in India. Some Arabs are darker than black people, but we don't say that. We don't say that they're African. Why do we have to tie ourselves to Africa when the Africans know that we're not African? They know that we're different, right? But also the Bible says that we're different. Everybody knows that King David's a dark-skinned man, right? Solomon's a dark-skinned man, right? Job was a dark-skinned man. Everybody knows that Moses was a dark-skinned man. Everybody knows the Israelites are dark-skinned people, different shades of brown, right? We all know that, right? Right? We know the Hebrews are dark-skinned. Christ was a black man. John the Baptist was a black man. You know what I mean? We all know these things, right? But how many of us know that those brothers that are in the Bible, including the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans over here, we don't have no ties to Africa or the African tribes. We have no dealings with these people. Well, we have dealings with them, but we have no ties to them bloodline wise. You know what I mean? You understand that? You understand that? I've been seeing this all month long. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure when we went to the Blackity Black events, so we're gonna call them. There was brothers in dashikis there and trying to be African, right? I'm pretty sure they was. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure there was. That's another misnomer that we don't know who we are. That's why we are the lost tribes of Israel. You know what I'm talking? And we're not lost because we don't know where, you know what I mean? Because we don't know where we are lost because we don't know where we at. We don't know where we're going. But we are lost because we don't have a culture to tie ourselves to. So in that way, we take everybody else's culture. Am I wrong? We don't have a culture, so we take everybody else's culture. That's what we do as Black, Hispanic, and Native American people. You know what I mean? And Native Americans and Hispanics say they're different from Black people because they just got conquered by a different oppressor. What's up, sis? It's like they just got conquered by a different oppressor and they speak a different slave language. But is Spanish not a slave language? Just like English is a slave language. It's just like just like we celebrate Halloween, they celebrate Dia de los Muertos. You know what I'm talking about? Like they all have, like, it's just all slave rhetoric. That's what it is. It's all slave rhetoric. But we're gonna get into that today because the Lord gave us a culture separate from the whole earth, not earth. You know what I mean? That's how black folks talk. What is separate from the whole earth? You dig what I'm saying? Real talk. Black man, Hispanic man, Native American man, you have a king. You have high holy days. You have holidays that you're supposed to be celebrating. One is coming up called Passover. We're celebrating celebrating the death of the Africans. What's up, Taziar?
I just want to mention one thing that we have. For example, people like me that I have in common with an Arab is that we have a similar complexion, but they have their own culture, they have their own customs. But I follow, or my people, we follow a Spaniard culture and custom. So they got their own thing. And another thing with Jewish brothers and sisters, they look like African, but they don't practice their customs. They practice the English customs.
You feel me? I know.
I just wanted to mention it. So it's like,
all right, you want to know what's crazy? Even the black folk people that be like, oh yeah, we from Africa and this and that and that and that. They don't wear no African wear. They wear fitted hats. They don't wear no African wear. They wear fitted hats. They don't, you know what I mean? Real talk. They be wearing Louis Vuitton and stuff like that. You know what I'm talking about? You feel me? Africans don't wear no real Louis Vuitton. They wear fake Louis Vuitton. What Dave Chappelle say? Trying to sell me some fake Gucci. I know what real Gucci look like. I'm rich. You feel me? You feel me? They wear fitted caps, bro. They don't be wearing no African. I don't even know if dashikis is African because that might be an American, a black American thing custom to try to fit into Africa. Because I don't even think Africans wear dashikis. I know they don't wear deodorant though. You ever been in an African cab? Yeah, like a cab driver that's African. Smell just like Kenta oil, but no deodorant. I'm serious, bro. I'm dead serious. You feel me? Give me what I want in Joel. Let me see. You're gonna know what I want when you see it. It's around that area. Started Joel 3:3. Oh, forget it. Started 2. Let's get it. Capiar. Can you?
The book of Joel, chapter
No,
3, verse 2. I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat.
You know what? You started verse 1. Forget it. Forget about it. Start at verse 1.
The book of Joel, chapter 3, verse 1.
Right.
For behold, in those days and at that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem.
Right, the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem. Right, that's the blacks, Hispanics. That's the blacks. The southern kingdom, which would be Benjamin, Judah, Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. Right. You know what I mean? The black people, the Jamaicans or the West Indians and the Haitians. Right, and then the Jerusalem would be they're talking about the rest of the northern kingdom. You know what I mean? They're talking about the rest of the northern kingdom. They're talking about the Hispanics and the Native Americans. So when he brings the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem again, go ahead. What's good?
So Judah and Jerusalem carried their relatives.
Yes. Okay. Yes. We're always
talking about Judah in the city.
No.
It's talking about this tribe or these tribes, and then these other tribes that are that are family.
Yes. That's what it's talking about. It's making a separation between them, but it's letting them know. It's letting them know that it's both of them, all 12 tribes. You dig what I'm saying? You dig what I'm saying? Don't be fooled. Don't be fooled. We might the northern kingdom might win into captivity in Assyria, right? But that's just to let you know that they're Israelites also. You feel me?
Wait, why is it different? Like, why is it separated?
Because the northern kingdom is the history of the split between the southern kingdom and the northern kingdom, because the southern kingdom didn't go into captivity in Assyria, just the northern kingdom did. You dig what I'm saying? That's why the northern kingdom I'm not gonna say broke off, but they left from Assyria and came all the way over here to North America. Well, Arsaris.
Yeah.
They came all the way over here to Arsaris because they wanted to keep their commandments and not be in captivity, and the Lord let them do that. The Lord showed them the way, stilled the waters for them to pass through all the waters to go come here. You know what I mean? So they can keep the commandments and in peace. You dig what I'm saying? No sweat. Go ahead.
Verse 2. I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat.
Right. Where's the valley of Jehoshaphat?
In the Middle East.
In the Middle East. That's what's happening right now. The Lord is bringing all nations to the Middle East right now. Judah and the the Northern Kingdom been in captivity, right? Yeah. This is Black history. We've been in captivity. We've been in captivity since 1492. Started with my Hispanic brothers. Beginning with my Hispanic brothers. Yeah. You feel me? Since 1942, we've been in captivity. They want to say about slave ships. You know, my Hispanic brothers started the transatlantic slave trade. You feel me? Christopher Columbus was sending Native Americans and my Hispanic brothers, Taino Indians, all the way to Seville, Spain. Seville, Spain. You feel me? And on transatlantic on slave ships. And then they were sending brothers from Europe back over here on slave ships before they even went to go touch Africa. So how in the hell is all the Black people here Africa? You could have been one of the ones that came from Europe. You dig what I'm saying? Nobody knows what they're talking about. What's up?
Yeah, how you just worded that. The first thing, so we was like foreign cars.
I'm not gonna say foreign cars, but we were cargo in the cargo slave ships. We were the cargo.
It's like look, I got this one from Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
And look at this one. And I got this one from Spain.
Yep.
And I'm gonna send it to you, and we're gonna.
That's exactly what happened.
Damn.
That's exactly what happened. We were the cargo. That's why most insurance companies started with the transatlantic slave trade, because we were the insurance. You know what I mean? They took out insurance policies for us just in case we didn't make it, so they can still get paid.
We all started at the same cargo, like the same, not cargo, but like the same factory.
No.
No?
No.
What
do you mean? We started the same what?
Like factory, I'll say, because you know how you say we came from different places, but we all came from the same place, but we all ended up splitting into.
No.
No?
No. What do you mean we came from the same place, like Israel?
Oh, bro, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, we all came from Israel. We're all Israelites. We all have the bloodline of Israel, yes. But you know, over time we split up, like you and your family. You and your family probably came from the same place or from the same place, but you moved over here to San Antonio. Some people stayed over here in Lubbock. Some people stayed in Detroit. You know what I mean? You dig what I'm saying? People move, people migrate. Different reasons. That reasons want to start new. Maybe they heard of something over here they can get money on, and they, you know what I mean, become wealthy and become, you know what I mean. So they moved over here and it was like, yeah, we doing this, we doing that. Things happen. Go ahead.
And we'll plead with them there for my people.
Start at verse 2 again.
Okay. The book of Joel, chapter 3, verse 2. I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat.
Right. I will gather all nations and bring them down to the valley of Jehoshaphat. The valley of Jehoshaphat means the valley of decision. That's where the Lord is going to be make the decision on who he's going to destroy and who he's going to keep. Because all nations are going to be there. Might as well get to destroying who we want to destroy and keep who we want to keep for captivity. Somebody got to rebuild this kingdom. Somebody got to rebuild the earth. You do what I'm saying? We built this kingdom all over the earth. We built these kingdoms. We're not building our kingdom. You feel me? I'm an owner, plantation owner. You talking about? What are you talking about? I'm gonna excavate rocks. You feel me? Tell you, you need something built at your crib. In your land, I got the rocks for it. You know what I'm talking? You feel me? You feel me? Go ahead.
And we'll plead with them there for my people.
Right, the Lord's going to plead with them there for his people. See, the Lord is making a difference between the whole earth and all the other nations on the earth and his people. The Lord is making a separation right there. Nobody sees the separation though, because we all supposed to love each other and this, that. Well, while you're loving everybody, who's loving you, black man, Hispanic man, Native American man? Nobody's loving you. While you're loving the whole earth, trying to be friends with the whole earth, nobody's loving you. Only people loving you, black man, Hispanic man, Native American man, is the brothers and sisters here in the ISUPK under Commanding General Yohana. You can't even get love from your own brother down the block, from Pookie and Ray Ray and Monk and Tiny Tim and all them brothers. You can't even get love from them because y'all beefing the gang beef over drug territory or something. What's up, Cappy?
You can't even get love from the people in your own household.
Right. There, give the brother a hand. He can't even give you can't even get love for the people in your own household. Your woman stepping out on you, she got a work husband. You know, talking about kids talking about you ain't my daddy. You feel me? You feel me? You can't even get love in your own household. Keep going, Art.
Sorry, I have a question. And we'll plead with them. They're my people.
Yeah.
He's gonna prosecute.
Persecute.
Prosecute.
Okay.
A suit or an action at law.
That's what you put up the.
Yeah, the definition of plead.
Plead. I'm not gonna say, bro. Yeah, he's gonna prosecute, persecute. He's going to judge them
On our behalf.
Yes. So he's not gonna be pleading like, oh please. So like, no, that's not the pleading of the Most High. Most High is all powerful, omnipresent. He ain't gotta plead, he ain't gotta beg, and you know what I mean? The Lord tells you do it. No. Grain of salt. You do what I'm saying? You're a grain of salt. What? You know what I'm talking about? What again? You know what I'm talking about? Real talk. Real talk. You feel me? You know the Lord killed every firstborn, everything of Egypt. Y'all want to play with a God like that?
To allege or cite in legal defense.
I'm trying to tell you,
right.
Y'all don't want to play. Y'all don't want to play with the Most High, man. But you know what everybody does? They play with the Most High, including his own people. His own people play with him. His own people play with him like he ain't like he's something to be played with, like a toy. Like he got Fisher Price on his forehead or something. Tonka truck on his forehead. Hot Wheels. That's how they play with the Most High. That's why they say they play with a knowledge. You know what I mean? What are you gonna say? They have the zeal of the Most High, but just not a knowledge. Real talk. And they play with the Most High, man. The Lord know my heart. Yeah, your heart is wicked.
So in this, he's saying he's gonna come to our defense.
Yeah, basically, that's what he's telling them. That's what he's telling them. Keep going. Let's keep going.
And we plead with them. They're my people, and for my heritage.
When it says it's heritage, what's a heritage?
What we get from
a cold
culture.
That's a heritage. Your language you speak, the food you eat, how you get married, your days that you celebrate, your calendar, the days of the week.
Yeah.
The Lord is gonna be there pleading with people for his heritage and his people. Because we're supposed to my bad. We're supposed to uphold his heritage. That's our job, is to uphold the heritage that the Lord gave us. What does Israel mean? I'm sorry, what is Yasha? Israel, Yasha'Allah is Israel in Hebrew, right? What does Israel mean?
Prince of the power.
Prince of the power and princesses of the power. The Lord gave us his title. What is a prince and a princess? Who's going to take rulership next, or who their royalty underneath the ruler? You feel me? So when you go places, we're in the reputation, right? The Bahashim, the reputation of the Most High, and the reputation of Christ. You dig what I'm saying? That's why we walk like we do. That's why we talk like we do. Because we're in the reputation of our King and his Father and our Father. We're in the reputation of that. The power. We're in the reputation of power. I don't know if we understand what that means. You know, I'm talking about all docile and soft and I don't know. No. We are the creme de la creme. Hey, the cream of all creams, bro. The creme de la creme. We up here, and everybody else is down here because God said so. Keep going. You hot?
Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land.
Right. They scattered Israel among the nations. Right? How did they scatter us among the nations? Taziar?
Via slavery.
Yeah, cargo slave ships. And then they said they parted his land. How did they part his land? Who's the land parted through between now? No.
All the nations.
No.
Wait, what you mean? Well, I forgot the.
He said parted my land.
The so-called Jewish man and the Palestinian.
There it is. And they parted his lands. Keep going.
Verse 3.
Turn that down, bro.
They have cast lots for my people.
Right, and they have cast lots for his people. What is casting lots?
That's
Place bet.
money.
Yeah. Place bets. 35, 45, 45, 45, 35 sold to the man with the braids in his hair. Yeah, they cast lots for his people. Ain't that what they did? They sold us on auction on slave ships. Slave blocks. You feel me? Galveston, Texas. Market Square out here, historic Market Square out here in San Antonio. They used to sell slaves there. Historic Market Square. I don't think you went with us that time. It's like a flea market now. I remember we were walking through there and they had the food out there where we went to Fiesta. Is it Fiesta? Yeah, we went to Fiesta. You was with us? Yeah. We went to Fiesta.
Oh no, Fiesta wasn't there.
Yeah, we went to Fiesta though. That's where it is. That's where they used to sell slaves.
Oh, really? In Fiesta?
Yeah, at Market Square, historic Market Square. Yeah, at the Alamo, they sold slaves there. Keep going.
And have given a boy for an harlot.
What that mean? What is a harlot?
I don't know. You say it.
Give it. No, not just a woman. Give a. What would they say legally?
Legally?
Uh-huh.
Oh.
You can say that. You can say what they say legally. You know what I mean? Like if it was in court and it was like, yeah, prostitution, you can say that.
So they giving a boy for money?
No, they make it a boy as a breeder like a prostitute. The biggest, healthiest, blackest slave, right? Go around and have sex with all the women and impregnate them, so that way your DNA, you know what I mean? You can have nice, healthy slaves. Yeah, that's what they did. This is Black and Hispanic history out of the Bible. Keep going, but it's particular to one set of people on the earth. You know what I mean? Arabs didn't go through this. Chinese people didn't go through this. Japanese people didn't go through this. But Black, Hispanic, and Native American brothers, we did. Right? You feel me? And they say this ain't a real book. Keep going. It's going to give you more specific. What, somebody say something? Oh, just let me know. Let me know. Somebody say, we on that today. We on that today. You hear me, Taziar? You feel me? We on that today. You know, tomorrow y'all want some smoke. We on that today.
And so the girl for wine.
Right? And so the girl for wine. When there's men and there's women and there's wine, what happens? Men, women, alcohol, what happens?
They lay with each other.
Yeah, no. The men rape the women. Because these are not us. These are heathen men that are drinking. They're slave women. You feel me? The slave women not giving it up willingly.
So it's like that
Kept your see me one more time.
show Spartacus.
Yeah,
Like that?
yeah, like that.
That's what this. All right. Yeah, that's what they used to do. They used to get.
Appreciate you.
They used to drink and make
Yeah,
all kinds of things to women and women.
yeah, just like that. Yep,
Those
yeah,
are the slaves.
you're absolutely right. Spartacus is a fool. Keep going.
That they might drink.
Right, go ahead.
Okay. Verse 4. Ye, and what have ye to do with me, O Tyre, and Sidon, and on the coast of Palestine?
Look, that's Tyre and Zidon are African nations. The Lord is telling you what you got to do. The Lord is telling them, talking to them, what you got to do. He's getting more specific now. What you gonna do with me? Africans. And then he said the coast of Palestine. Palestinians are who? Palestinians are who? Or what?
Palestinians? They're Muslims.
No. Yeah, but what are they? When you say Muslims, what? No. No, we already covered Africans with Tyre and Zidon. Palestinians are what? Are who? The Arab, they're Ishmaelites. So now we're talking about Africans and Arabs. Right? Yeah. 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 Go ahead.
Will you render me a recompense?
Right. The Lord is telling them, what you gonna do? Pay me back? You gonna pay me back for not choosing you as my people? How you gonna pay me back? How you gonna recompense me? What you gonna do? You gonna take my people and you're gonna sell them into slavery to the Greeks, to the Grecians? Is that what you gonna do? Yeah.
Yeah, it's like so he probably gonna say, "Damn, this how you pay me? Because I didn't choose you because he told you to."
That's basically what he's telling them. Because I didn't choose you as my people. I chose Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans as my people. So now you're going to sell Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans to the Grecians. That's what you're going to do? That's how you're going to pay me back? Okay. He could have chose anybody. He could have chose Arabs. He could have chose Chinese, Japanese. He could have chose whoever he wanted to choose to be his people. But he didn't. He chose Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Now, is God wrong for that? Just let me know. Is God wrong for choosing somebody? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Anybody ever be like, hey, I'm finna go over here to what's the name? You come with me. You stay here and hold the fort down. Yeah. Is there something wrong with that? You get to choose who you want to choose. What's up?
Not everybody can win the trophy.
Right. Well, leave it up. Well, leave it up to the what do you call? Leave it up to the devil, the oppressor, right? Leave it up to the oppressor. He can't. It's when you win and when you lose, you get a ribbon and a trophy.
Oh,
I don't want to hurt your feelings. You get a win. Somebody got to win. Somebody got to lose. Right. That's what, but somebody got to lose. Somebody got to win, right? This so happen we're winners. But you read the Bible, throughout the whole Bible, we're losers. Right? Throughout the whole Bible, we're losing. We're not winning in the Bible. We in the Bible, yeah, we got some good times, but most of our times are bad. Most of our times is in captivity. Most of our times we telling the Lord, F you. We don't want to do what you want to do. We don't want to do what you say. That's what we're doing most of the time. to where the priests and prophets have to come and contend with the brothers, with the brothers that are not doing right, like Nehemiah. You feel me? Nehemiah had to come lay hands, throw elbows, and smack people. You know what I'm talking about? Christ came and didn't hurt a fly. You feel me? Christ came to love his people, came and loved his people, and his people still was like, we want you to kill Christ or unalive Christ and keep the murderers and the thieves. Like, that's crazy. That's crazy. You feel me? Keep going.
And if you recompense me swiftly and speedily, will I return your recompense upon your own head?
Right. If you trying to pay me back for me not choosing you, swiftly and speedily will I repay your own recompense on your head. The Lord, I don't know, I ain't gonna say he's making threats, but he's damn sure making some promises. I'm coming, I'm gonna do some work. I'm gonna do some work on you. Be with me, boy. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about? Like the Lord ain't no game. This ain't no game, bro. You ever played the game of life?
Yeah.
You ever lost the game of life? Felt terrible, like damn, I ain't shit. Like the Lord's like, you know what? I ain't playing with y'all. And you wanna know why you see all these Israelites that are dying unaliving right now? Whether it be from drug overdoses, whether it be from gang violence, all that, you know what I mean? It be regular old people that are getting unalived, right? It's because the Lord is judging us first before he judges the rest of the earth. Because we the ones that got the rules not to do these things, but we still do it. You feel me? So the Lord be like, okay, well, you know what I mean? And it's a terrible thing that our people have to get unalive, but that's how serious the Lord is. The Lord ain't playing no games, bro. You feel me? Go ahead. I got you, Cappy. Are you next?
So Syria and Sidon and the coast of Palestine and Esau, Edom, and all of them.
Hold on. We finna get to that. It's finna go into it.
Well, I just wanted to ask, okay?
Yeah.
I want to ask, like, do they know?
Hell yeah. I'm sorry. Heck yeah. Yeah, they know. They're not stupid. Edomites aren't stupid. Oh. Where's the Unevin Bible Dictionary at? You know who wrote that book? Edomites, the oppressors. The oppressors wrote that book. Yeah. Go to Edom.
They knew who they were.
Yeah. Go to Edom. Read what Edom said, what it says about Edomites.
Edomites. Read. The nation and its people who were the descendants of Esau.
Right.
He founded the country, so his name is equated with Edom. Find us in Genesis 25 and 30 and 36.
It's not Esau. I mean, it don't say that the only person.
You want to know Esau or Edom?
I think it's Esau then. The only people that are not that are in the Bible that didn't get no promise of salvation or no promise of mercy. It's either Edom or Esau.
I just read Edom. Esau.
Maybe it's Edomites, but Edom is Edomites. This should have been the same. Gabriel, why he finding that? Keep reading. Verse 5.
Okay. Verse 5? Verse 5. Because ye have taken my silver and my gold.
Right, because you have taken my silver and my gold. Now, does the Lord need money? Does the Lord need silver and gold? What is he talking about when he's talking about silver and gold? Yeah. Yeah, he's talking about his people. His people is his silver and his gold. Keep going.
And have carried into your temples my goodly, pleasant things.
Whoa. Because where are we at? Do you find us in the Israelite school of EPK? Where do you find the majority of us at?
In the Christian church.
And where else?
In the Muslim mosque.
And where else?
In my house praying.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong when you said Christian church, and you know what I mean. But where else do we find us?
Find us in the ghettos.
No, when the other day when we went to the Blackity Black event, right? And I know they was talking about, oh, we Africans and this and that. They find us in the Pan-Africanism. Just look at Dr. Umar Johnson, Tariq Nasheed, Polite, Ashaka Amos, what's his name, Side Netter. You know what I'm talking about? Look at all them saying we Africans and this, that, and the third.
So you can find us in other nations' temples.
Basically, that's what it said right there. Carried into your temples my goodly and pleasant things. Talking about us. Right? Go ahead.
Verse 6.
Did you find it? Okay, go ahead. Not you.
Okay, verse 6. The children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem.
All right, what that means, Taziar? The children
of Judah is the.
No, you ain't even got to break it down. Just let me know who the children of Judah and the children of Jerusalem is.
Black, Hispanics, Native Americans.
12 tribes. There you go. Go ahead.
Okay. Have ye sold unto the Grecians?
Unto who?
The Grecians.
Who's the Grecians? Who's the Greeks? Yes. Esau. Edomites. The oppressor is Greeks. So now we have talking about the Africans and the Arabs selling us to the white man. Did that happen? Is that not history?
Yeah.
That's black and Hispanic and Native American history. You feel me? That did happen. That's what the Lord is bringing out. Now give me what you got.
Esau, Harry, firstborn of twin brother Esau and Jacob, son of Isaac and Rebekah, sold his birthright for a mess of.
No, just give me the only person in the Bible with no promise of mercy. It's not in there. It's not in there. Where the hell is that at, Capiar?
Promise of mercy?
Yeah.
It's not in the scripture.
No, it's not in the scripture. It is in the scriptures. I know exactly where it is in the scripture. But I'm talking about
Not for Esau.
not Edomites.
Esau. No, it's Esau.
Because we just read Edom, but we didn't read Edomites. Or Edomites is Edom, right?
So you're the only one that doesn't have
A promise of mercy.
promise of mercy?
Yeah.
Edomites.
Tazier, go to your phone. Obadiah 1:1. I'm trying to remember where it is. I heard it plenty of times. The only people in the Bible with no promise of. Oh, you know what? It's in that Roman Edomite book.
Oh, okay.
It's in the Roman Edomite book. I knew I would trip out. Like I done read this 1,000 times. I don't know which one it is. It's it. Go ahead.
The book of Obadiah, number 20.
Right.
The vision of Obadiah. Thus says the Lord God concerning Edom.
Concerning who?
Edom.
Jump down to verse 18.
Okay. Verse 18. The Roman Empire.
Yeah.
And the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame.
Right.
And the house of Esau for stubble.
For stubble, right? Keep going.
And they shall kindle in them and devour them. And there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau.
Look at that. There's not going to be any remaining from the house of Esau. It's not going to be no more Edomites over time. It should be right there where you in the beginning. In the beginning. It should be highlighted.
The Romans came from Esau, who is Edom, and Italy is the.
Let me see. Idumea. Boy. Never mind, bro. Go ahead.
For the Lord hath spoken. Verse 19. And they of the south shall possess the mount of Esau.
Okay. Caviar. In your phone, give me what do you call it? Isaiah 14:21. What's up?
So according to the scripture, all the other sons of other nations, except for Esau's nation, are going to continue to coexist with us, right?
Yeah, and procreate.
What does that mean?
Procreate means to make children. Yeah. We're not going to make children with them. They're going to be able to make children. Edomites aren't going to be able to make children.
Yeah, because according to this, they're going to be.
They can barely make children now.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true.
You got it?
Okay.
Go ahead.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 14 and verse 21. Prepare slaughter for his children.
Right.
For the iniquity of their fathers.
Now we all know this is talking about the devil, right? This is talking about the Edomites, right? So it says, prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquities of their fathers, right? Go ahead.
That they do not rise,
Nor
possess the land.
They're not going to rise nor possess the land ever again. Go ahead.
Nor fill the face of the world with cities.
They're not going to have no more London, no more New York, no more Paris, no more what's a place? Luxembourg. You know what I'm talking about? No more Moscow. None of that. Go ahead.
Verse 22. For I will rise up against them, saith the Lord of hosts.
Right. The Lord is saying this. Look, it's very serious to say that the Lord is saying this. You feel me? Because you're not speaking your own words. You're speaking what the Lord said. I know you go to church. I know people go to church and they read, oh, God loves you and you and you, but they don't read it. They just saying it. You know what I mean? What we're reading is the Lord said this. Go ahead.
Okay. Said the Lord of hosts, and cut off from Babylon the name.
The what?
The name.
They're you know how they have, I am Brookshire the third. What's the Rothschild? The Windsor family. They're not. He's cutting off the what? Go ahead.
The name. And remnant.
And remnant. Remnant. The remaining family members. The remaining people. Go ahead.
And nephew.
And what?
It's like and son.
And what?
And son.
And who?
And nephew.
And nephew. Keep going.
Okay. saith the Lord.
He's cutting off the nephew and the son, right? What do we know about men?
They're that's what their seed is.
You're right. That's who carries the seed. That's who carries the nation on. Men. Men have to impregnate women for the what's name to go on. He's cutting off the men, the seed. That's what he's talking about right there. He's gonna cut them off. No mercy, no promise of mercy. He didn't say, "Oh yeah," and then y'all gonna be able to come back. Y'all so cool. No, no, he's cutting them off. You feel me? And let's go back to Joel. Joel 3 and 6. Remember, we were talking about Judah. I mean, we was talking about the Africans. Yeah, we was talking about the Africans, and we was talking about what's up, man?
You said 3 and 6, right?
Yeah, Joel 3 and 6.
There's a book of Joel chapter 3, verse 6. The children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem have you sold unto the Grecians.
Right. So the Africans and the Arabs sold us to the white man. Keep going.
Okay. That he might remove them from their border.
Right. You might remove that we're going to be removed from their border because we was all living all in Africa, tearing it up. Right. Give me Babylon and Timbuktu. I think it's page 84.
Page 84 from Babylon to Timbuktu.
Right.
All these factors.
No. Go to page 90, 89 or 90.
The black Jews had an advantage over.
Oh. No, I was right. 84. My bad. 84 and then 90. My bad. My bad, son. My bad, G.
84. All these factors were operated and gave rise to the African Jewish population. In the year 65 BC, the Roman armies under General Pompey captured Jerusalem.
Right. In the year of 65 BC, they captured Jerusalem. It's called the Siege of Jerusalem. You know what I'm talking about? This is real history. This is really what happened. This is really what happened, bro. This is real history. Go ahead.
In 70 AD, General Vespasian and his son Titus put an end to the Jewish state.
They had a siege of Jerusalem for 5 years. And in the 70 AD, they finally came and destroyed Jerusalem and was able to sack Jerusalem. Go ahead.
With great slaughter.
Because I wish I had a TV. Because if you ever see the Jerusalem, they have the inner wall, they have the outer wall. You know what I'm talking about? So you have to get into Jerusalem. There's a wall, and then there's another wall. You know what I'm talking about? And then there's another wall to where the temple is. You know what I mean? So when the things happen, they have to get past one wall, then they retreat to the next wall, then they have to get past that wall, then they retreat to the next wall. And all that time, they're having little raiding parties and guerrilla warfare attacking the enemy that's trying to get through the walls, and then they come back and run and come back out and attack. And you know what I'm talking about? It's called guerrilla warfare, but that they laid siege to Jerusalem for 5 years. It took 5 years for them to get into Jerusalem and surround Jerusalem. Go ahead.
During the period of the military governors of Palestine.
Right. Go ahead.
Many outrages and atrocities were committed against the residue of the people.
Right, against the residue of the people of Jerusalem that was stuck in the walls, that didn't flee. It was a lot of persecution, a lot of things that was happening to them, committed on them by the Romans. Go ahead.
During the period from Pompey to Julius, it had been estimated that over 1,000 Jews, it's like 1 million, 1 million Jews fled into Africa.
Right, 1 million Jews fled into Africa. So it's And that's just a rough estimate. You know what I mean? Think about, and so that was in 70 AD. They came and rediscovered us in what, 1619? 1916? 1619. That's like 1,500 years later. Think about how many people were living in on the west coast of Africa. How many how many black Jews was living in the west coast of Africa? 1,500 years. We only been in America for what? 400 years? Look how many black people it is now. Imagine 1,500 years. Good night. What's up? Now go to page 90. That's the end of that, right? Okay, hold on. What's up?
Also, in the beginning of that paragraph, he said African Jews.
Yeah.
So that's really like saying
Black Jews.
2 nations.
No, black Jews. Yeah, he said.
Jews. Is that like saying African American or Hispanic American?
No, no. These books are not written. They're not written by us. So you know how we gonna say, well, we're Jews, Israelite, you know what I mean? Israelites living in Africa. He's just saying because he's putting the dark skinned into it.
So they were white Jews?
No. You see what I mean? But to them, some of those
okay, I know.
Some of those, yeah, basically some of those Jews that are some of those Jewish people, right, are valid to them. You know what I mean? When to us, none of them are valid because we know that Jews, that those aren't real Jews, they're Khazars.
Yeah.
Okay. You know what I mean? But they don't know that they're. And that's a black man that wrote that book. Go ahead.
Jews fled Africa, fleeing from Roman persecution and slavery.
Uh-huh.
The slave markets were full of black Jewish slaves.
You see I say black Jewish slaves. So mean white Jewish slaves must be, or white Jewish people must be solidified too. They're just trying not to offend nobody. But here we don't care. We stand on the truth. Go to page 90, bro. Okay. Now this is what we was doing the whole time in Africa. Those 1,500 years. This is what we was doing in Africa. Go ahead.
Okay. The black Jews had an advantage over the African tribes.
Wait. Say it one more time.
The black Jews had an advantage over the African tribes.
Right. So I mean, now they're making a difference between Africans and Jewish and black Jews. Now they're making a difference. You dig what I'm saying? You feel me? But we had an advantage over them, right? Why did we have an advantage over them? No, read the book.
Oh. They carried their culture, history, laws, and written records with them.
What is that, Gabriel? Exactly. Their laws, rules, regulations, their written records. You know what I mean? Their history. They carried that with them. Just like we have an advantage over everybody now because we have the Bible. That's simple. Right? Not Shang Tsung, whatever that dude name is. Not because we read the you know, not because we read the art of power, the art of war by singing song and all that, which he got all his information from the Bible anyway. You feel me? Go ahead.
This assured them a constant
Presidents
for the development of a higher social organization.
Damn, a higher social organization. Damn, what does that mean, Capiar?
Higher social organization?
Yep.
Like the actual structure of government?
That too, but what is it talking about? Higher social organization. What does it mean to socialize? You have brotherhood and sisterhood. We loved one another because we had those written records.
they hadn't seen that.
They probably haven't because Africans in the 90s they had a. You ever seen Hotel Rwanda, where the Tutsis went to war with another African tribe called the Hutus and tried to wipe them out. And the only reason why they tried to wipe them out because they were more light skinned and they had they were more light skinned and had skinnier noses. That's the only reason. They went to war. They didn't go to war. Well, they tried to a genocide of a tribe. The Tutsis tried to kill all the Hutus. You know what I mean? If you read the real life occurrences of what happened, like that shit is terrible. Way worse than the movie. Way worse than the movie. But that's what they do. They have those. You ever seen Beast of No Nation? Good night. Good night.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Didn't they try to do that to King Saul?
What do you mean?
They tried to like doing wrong, like violating.
Who? King Saul? Well, King Saul, his whole time he was battling the Africans, the Philistines. Even after King Saul was removed from power and died and all that, King David had to come and finish the war with the Philistines. All right, go ahead.
Because of the stability of the Black Jewish culture,
right?
The Jews were not absorbed into the Autochthonous population.
Right? They said we had a stable community. You know what I'm talking about? We ain't got no stable community no more. But back then we had a stable community living inside of Africa. Go ahead.
In fact, the Jews absorbed some of the native tribes. The Jews made use of every opportunity. They were an industrious and skillful people.
Right, we were industrious and skillful people. We're industrious and skillful now. You know what I'm talking about? America wouldn't run without Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Who's building all the skyscrapers, all the houses? My Hispanic brothers. Who work in all the restaurants? You know what I'm talking about? All the hotels. You dig what I'm saying? I was at the terminal the other day. You know, I drive trucks. I was at the terminal the other day, right? And they had a little orientation class, right? It was about 10 people in the class. 8 of them were Black. One of them was a Hispanic brother, and it was like one old white guy. We're literally making the world go round. Y'all want to know something else? There used to be a lot of money in trucking, right? There's no money in trucking anymore because Black and Hispanic people have started to get the game and start to become truck drivers, and you know what I mean, and hone that area of work, that union of work. So now they're starting to take all that away to where you can't become owner operators and things like that no more. Like in California, you can't even be an owner operator. You have to work with a company. And you know who the companies are owned by? Oppressors. That's how they making it. You know, Brooklyn keeps on making it. Yeah. You don't know nothing about that. You don't know nothing about that, Capiar. Brooklyn keeps on making it. Queens keeps on taking it. Something like that. It was something like that. I gotta listen to that song again. South Bronx. The South Bronx. You know what I'm talking about, Taziar. Keep going, Capiar.
In the Jewish Ghanaian in the Jewish Ghanaian states were found kings, princes, governors, generals, secretaries, treasurers, revenue agents, judges, architects, engineers, doctors, historians, language interpreters, mathematicians, jewelers, sculptors, masons, carpenters, painters of art, goldsmiths, leather workers, potters,
All of that.
armorers, saddlers, blacksmiths, agriculturists, etc.
Look at that. We had all that in our what would you call it? We had all that in our section of Africa, because we was living in Africa, but we wasn't Africans. We was living separate away from the Africans, and we were even absorbing some of the African tribes. You know what I mean? To where they want to be, to where they wanted to live hand in hand with us, because we live better, cleaner lifestyle. You know what I mean? We'll make off. You know what I'm saying? We'll make off. We ain't gonna put no cow piss all on us to stop the mosquitoes. Y'all feel me?
So these black, these Africans, they knew that black Jews, we were not.
They knew.
Same.
Yeah, they knew that.
They knew that.
You ever seen the movie Sugar Hill? You never seen the movie Sugar Hill with Wesley Snipes? And so they were drug dealers, right? And they were trying to get the drugs from the Africans. You know what I mean? Because there was Africans selling drugs, trying to get drugs from the Africans, and he kept telling them, "We can't work with you. It just won't work. We can't work with Akata." You know, it's Akata. Yeah, he said he can't work with Akata. And he told him, what is this Akata you talking about? He said, a black American. And then he was like, oh shit. He's like, a cotton picker? You know what I'm doing? Like, you feel me? They got into a whole squabble. About that. The Africans called Wesley Snipes to his brother cotton pickers.
Oh wow.
You know, we just cannot work with black America. We cannot work with the kata. It just won't work. We can't work with the kata. He's like, what is this Akata you keep talking about? He said, a black American? He was like, you know what I mean? But his brother was like, oh shit. You know, he was like a cotton picker. You know what I'm talking? He said, and they got into a whole fight about it. You feel me?
This book is confirming that they knew.
Yeah.
They knew that, but they're not. Even though they look alike, they're not the same.
Real talk. I do you one even better. In Nelson Mandela went to the UN, right? And he went to the UN and he said, I'm here for my people, not the Negroes. That's simple. He knows, and he's South African. He knows who he's talking about. He's not here for the Negroes. So to tie us to people that don't want to be tied to us is just asinine. But you know, niggas don't find value in their own stock. Black people, Hispanic people, Native American people, we don't find value in our own stock. You know, so instead of working with each other, we go work with the oppressor. Instead of working with, we give the oppressor a chance instead of working with our own brother and giving him a chance. What's up?
Yeah.
Fine. We good? We good? All right, give me Genesis 10. Genesis the 10th chapter. I'm gonna let you know. The Bible is a separatist book. The Bible's not a book about everybody or for everybody. You know what I mean? We look at it as today, as now, because here in America, everybody's here in America. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like when Christ said, love thy neighbor as thyself, right? In Israel, everybody wasn't your neighbor. You know what I'm talking about? In Israel, it was Black, Hispanic, and Native American people that was living next to you. Everybody wasn't living next to you. It wasn't no Caucasian man and the Arab dude and the Chinese man and then the black dude. It wasn't like that in Israel. It was only Israelites living in Israel. You feel me? Go ahead.
So I heard class that General Mahim.
No. General Mahim, not commanding general yet. Mahim.
No, General, yeah, Ghana had.
Okay.
When he was talking about that there were ghettos at the bottom of the pyramids.
Yeah.
That's where the Israelites were.
Yeah.
And those was your neighbors.
Yeah.
There was no Africans, no whatever other nations there. It was just Israelites.
Think about where Caviar live.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just
You know, that's the bottom of the pyramid right there, where blacks, Hispanics, Native American live at. You said it's what?
Is that bad?
What is see what I just let me take off my glasses. See what I was just talking about how black people don't believe in their own stock and everything. Why is it because blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans live there? Why is it bad? Why is it bad? It's not. But you said, dang, it's that bad. What is bad about it? Because you live because there's black, Hispanic, and Native American people live by you.
We got a good relationship with
You got a good relationship with all the people on the block. You dig what I'm saying? Before the drugs came in, there used to be white picket fences in the ghetto. Y'all ever seen that movie Bones? No. I'm trying to think of a movie that everybody knows that's back then. Yeah. No. Not paper soldiers. Lorenz Tate with the face dead presidents. Remember before he went to war?
Yeah.
It was a nice black community that was flourishing. Not a lot of drugs, you know what I mean? Instead of selling drugs, they had like pool halls and things like that. But he was hustling, you know what I mean? Pool hustlers and things like that.
Yeah.
You feel me? But then the drugs came in, ruined the neighborhood. Who brought the drugs into the neighborhood? The CIA, the cocaine in America.
Yeah.
They brought the drugs here and ruined our community. But just because they brought the drugs here, we didn't have to take the drugs and have to sell the drugs.
Right.
We didn't have to. You know what I mean? But if you take a poor people and give them a way out by selling drugs or doing drugs, and oppressed people, right? What do you think they're gonna do? You think they're gonna just be oppressed, or they're gonna take drug and have a good time? You dig what I'm saying? That's why we're here.
Isn't that called extortion?
Extortion. I mean, you can say it's extortion, but nah, I wouldn't say extortion. Extortion is like you have a business and I come to you and be like, hey man, you might want to pay me for protection. Because you know, people buy and break windows and it's crazy. And you be like, nah, I'm good, I don't need no protection. And then tomorrow, when you gonna close up, go home, and come back in the next day, and your place is gonna be vandalized. And then you're gonna come there, call the police. Then when the police leave, I'm gonna pop up like, hey, I told you that's extortion. I told you, man, you needed some protection, bro. You might as well pay me for protection. Hey, Shalom, Lord Christ. Well, the name for what? When they put the drugs in bring the drugs in our community.
They offer you something and you think you're going to make it out, and as soon as you're getting enough bread, they throw you in the can. What's the name?
Entrapment.
That's what it is. Yeah.
What's up?
You're saying like they would come to them and be like, hey, you need some protection, and be like, all that.
Yeah,
They did like, no, I don't know protection, and then they would go and destroy their own stuff.
Yeah, not destroy their own stuff. Yeah, they'll destroy the person's business. You know what I mean, windows or whatever, and then you know, a person come in the morning, damn, call the police, I've been vandalized, this, that. And then when the police leave, you slide right in like, I told you needed some protection. It's creating supply and demand. What's up, Taziar?
That's one thing to my good time. But they did that shit with Freeway Ross, right? where they gave him all the resources and all the illegal drugs and all the connects and whatnot?
No. Yeah, but no. Blandone, talking about Blandone. Blandone was just a CIA informant that was selling drugs.
I'm talking about Freeway Ross.
Blandone used to sell Rick Ross drugs. He was a Colombian, Nicaraguan. He was a Nicaraguan drug dealer, but he was working for the CIA to sell drugs.
That's what I'm saying. Like they said,
that's not entrapment.
They were setting them up.
Yeah, but that's not entrapment. That's not entrapment. Entrapment is like the police. The police got drugs, selling you the drugs. And when they give you the drugs, they arrest you for selling drugs, but you're selling the drugs for them. Yeah, what Blandone was doing was not entrapment. Blandone and them was doing was just downright devil work. You know what I mean? That was downright devil work. It wasn't entrapment. Because Blandone was he wasn't working, he was working for the CIA, but he was working for them to sell drugs. All right. Y'all got that for me? Genesis 10? Go ahead.
The book of Genesis, chapter 10, verse 1. Now, these are the generations of the sons of Noah: Shem, Ham, and Japheth.
Right. Let me tell you about Shem. Let me tell you about this. Right. So, the Lord, La'asr, that's an Aho.
Yeah.
No, La'asr. That shit right there is terrible on the throat.
Soda?
Yeah.
Now, these are the generations of the sons of Noah: Shem, Ham, and Japheth.
Right. So Noah was Noah was loved by God. He was a perfect man, and he built the ark. And only people that go in the ark was Noah, his wife, Shem, his wife, Japheth, his wife, and Ham and his wife. Right. So who had to replenish the earth with people after that was Ham, Shem, and Japheth and their wives. Right. So these are going into the generations of Ham, Shem, and Japheth. Right. Their children. Right. And how the Lord separated them. Let's go ahead.
Okay. Amongst them were sons born after the flood.
Right.
Verse 2.
Jump down to. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead to verse 2.
Okay. The sons of Japheth, Gomer and Magog, and
Magog,
and Madai, and
Javan,
and Tubal, and Meshech, and Tiras.
All right, let me tell you some of these names. Right, we know of to be like Russians, and to be Gomer is to be the French, right? Because that's but they are Edomites. You know what I mean? They're not, but they have those names because the people that originally inhabited those places are Japhetic people, the Celtic people. Remember I was telling you about that?
Yeah.
That are the Celtic people. They inherited those places, or they inherited those places first. But then when the Edomites came into rule, they pushed them out, right? And then they took over their names because the Edomites are vagabonds. They don't have no place on the earth. They go places, steal people's culture, and then now they say that they're them. Make sense?
Yeah.
What's up?
Yo, it starts at remember that show we watched? The show, it was like a documentary how the dude he became the pharaoh or something like that. Like how he became.
Oh, Alexander.
Yeah, Alexander. He like went and became like.
Yeah. They made Alexander pharaoh of what's the name of Egypt. Well, we know about Alexander, like Edomites. They're not the real Macedonians. You know what I mean? The real Macedonians were dark-skinned people. They were a Japhetic people. and they were dark skinned people. That's why the names of they went from like Hannah Pepe and King Tutanomania to King Philip the First and King Philip the Second and Alexander. You know what I mean? Because they the Edomites used to be mercenary soldiers for the Macedonians, but then eventually they took over their government, and then they started calling themselves Macedonians. And King Philip the First, Alexander's grandfather, was the first. He was the first Edomite king of Macedon, and then they took over. Macedon took over all of Greece, and then that's when they went to war with the Persians. And then Alexander or King Philip II, Alexander's daddy, went to war with all of Greece and unified all of Greece, and then went to war with. And then he died, and Alexander took power and went to war with the Persians. With King Darius.
That's the Arabs on that. The Persian, but like before the Macedonian. The Persians.
Macedonians are a Greek city state, but they took over all of Greece, and then they went to war with the Greeks. Went to war with Persia.
Well, who was those people that Alexander was going to war with?
That was the Persians.
That was Persian.
Darius, King Darius. And then after he defeated him, that's when he took over all of where Persia was, where Captain Yatazak was showing us yesterday about the 27 provinces, yesterday or not Friday, about the 27 provinces. He said he was king over all of that. You know what I'm talking about? He was talking about King Xerxes. Don't worry about it. We'll get into that. I got you. You feel me? But that's what Edomites do. They go places and then they take over those places, and then they start calling them their names. You know what I mean? Just like right now, you can find some Edomite people that's saying that they're Native Americans and they own the casinos. You know what I mean? But the real Native Americans live on a reservation, on the same reservation that the casinos are on. But the real Native Americans are getting drunk because they, you know what I mean? They're sitting there looking at their whole culture dissipate and looking at people come in on their reservation that they supposed to have, but they had this whole land out here. Now they got on the little reservation, and they can't even have the reservation because if soon as somebody want to build a pipeline with oil, they just come and take over their land and build the pipeline. Soon as somebody want to build a casino, they just come on their land, build a casino, and they don't get no proceeds from that. You know what I mean? You understand that? That it's the same. It was the same thing back then. It's the same thing back then. Edomites. That's why the Edomites are the devil that the Bible speaks about. That's why they're the devil, because they go places and they set up shop and they act like they're these people and they're not these people. But they'll tell you that they're these people. Look at Christ. Look at the fake image of Christ that Caesar Borgia. Boy, they conquered the whole world in that image.
That's what the scriptures say. When they tell a lie, they tell it of themselves.
Right.
They say lie about the native Indians. They the native Indians.
Right. Right.
They say about Jesus Christ. You know what I mean? They lie about who Christ looked like. And ironically, he looked like them. And I about, who this person looked like, and ironically, they look like them. So like, that's why the scripture said when they tell a lie, tell them what you say. So that's what
Right, because in Genesis, the 10th chapter, verse 2, it was talking about the sons of Japheth, and they Gomer and Magog, you know what I mean? But they're Japhetic people, but they're not Japhetic people no more because the Edomites came in and took over that land, and now they're calling themselves the, Russians, and they calling themselves the British, and calling themselves the French, and they're not really those people.
So that's what I asked about what you just said right now. The sons of Japheth, right?
Yes.
The Edomites came in and they came in and took over. So Gomer and Magog and Dia and Havan and Tubal and Meshach and Tyrus and so on and so forth. Kenaz, like they don't exist no more.
Like they don't exist no more as the people. You talking about the people?
Yeah, those sons.
Well, they've been breaded out. Okay, so what?
It's like I was going to say that when you said what you said the last time. He was like, they're not those people. I think what you're really saying is the people who call themselves those things today are not those people. They're not those same people.
Right.
They're saying the native Indians. They're not native Indians. So Gomar in the Bible, for example, would be today considered the French.
Right.
You know what I mean? Just like the Persians would be considered the Iranians.
Right.
And some people like us in America claim to be those things, claim to be Iranian, claim to be French.
Right.
But that's because of the state that they live in. It's because they live there, not because they're actually those people.
But what happened to them?
That's what I'm getting to. They've been bred out.
What does that mean?
So in when Rome came and like, so you ever heard of Rome fighting with the Germanicans, right? The Germanicans would be the Celtic people, the Japhetic people. So are the Goths and the Celtic people, and also the Baltic people. Those would be like the dark skinned, that would be these people, dark skinned Japhetic people. Rome conquered them, right, and had them become Roman, right, and then in with the Romans breeding with them, they get breaded out. That's why Italian people, they used to be blonde hair, blue eyes, but now they're dark. Now they're like tan skin, black eyes, black hair.
So it's like us like being turned from what we were 500 years ago into Americans.
Not Americans, but the skin tones changed. This is over.
That's what you said.
They bred it out. Yeah, breed it out. This is over. This is over with that breeding process. But that was over like 2,000, almost 2,500 years ago. So when you go to now, that's why they have so many differences over there now between like the French and the Germans and the Russians, and they have so much difference because that's how the Edomites roll. They raise up and create differences between people. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? The way if we keep going the way we doing with how we like white women, right? We're gonna look at Blake Griffin, right? I'm saying we as in a people, not us. Okay. You know what I mean? We don't want to make differences between us and the people, the brothers that's in ISUPK and the brothers that is not. We don't want to make those differences. You know what I mean? I understand. You. We don't want to do that. Because we used to do the same thing they did. They did it. You know what I mean? So the what like Blake Griffin. Blake Griffin, he looks almost white, right? But he's our people, right? And so his son, Blake Griffin married a white woman. But his son is damn near white skinned. But his son is our people. No matter how light skinned he is. Make sense?
Yeah. I understand.
Patrick Mahomes too. Mahomes.
I'm tired of him winning the Super Bowls, bro. He turned into the new Tom Brady. He turned into the new Tom Brady. All right, now let's keep going. Jump down to verse 5. So that was the children of Japheth, right? Jump down to verse 5.
Okay. Verse 5. By these were the isles of the Gentiles divided in their lands.
In where?
In their lands.
See, they have their own lands, right? Go ahead.
Everyone after his tongue.
He has his own tongue. He has his own language, right? Go ahead.
After their families in their nations.
After their family in their nations. When you say their, maybe put an emphasis on their.
Okay.
You dig what I'm saying?
After their families in their nation.
Yeah, their families too. It's the same there. THEIR. I know English is idiocracy. You know what I mean? Because you can have there, and there, and mean 3 different theirs and 3 different meanings. But you know what I mean? It's THEIR, meaning possessive. You know what I mean? Like it's only for them. It's only for the Japhetic people. They have their own lands, their own tongue, their own family, their own nation. You feel me? That's a separation. The Lord is separating Japheth from Ham and Shem and Noah.
All right.
The Lord has been separating things since Adam. He separated Adam from his family and Eve from her family, or they're the same family, but separated them from their parents, and they cleaved onto them and he put them in the truth, gave them knowledge that nobody else had on the earth. The Lord is a separatist. What's up?
So the Lord was breeding?
Breeding? No, not breeding. The Lord is just a separatist. You know what I mean? This is at a time where he had to replenish the earth and things like that. So the Lord had to separate people, you know what I mean, and put people in here and this on their own land and their own land. You know what I mean? Just like the Lord separated us from the Egyptians.
I see.
The Lord been separating people from the beginning. We just don't see it like that, because when we were growing up, we grew up Christian and Catholic. So we're looking at it. We've been looking at it our whole life through a Christian mind state. You know what I mean? Instead of looking at it for what it really is. You know what I mean? You'll have Christians look at that and be like, see? Like, see what? You know what I'm saying? It's not making your point. You dig what I'm saying? So that's what we have to lose. You know what I mean? We have to lose that Christian mind state of thinking when we read the scriptures. Feel me? All right, no sweat. Go to verse 6.
Okay.
In Babylon and Timbuktu, look up Ham.
And the sons of Ham.
Right.
Cush and Mizraim and Put and Canaan.
Put
And Canaan.
Right. So these are the sons of Ham. Japheth had sons. Ham had sons. Right. Wait on. No, not Babylon, Timbuktu. The Zondervan Bible Dictionary. I said that. My bad, son. My bad. You got to read it between the lines. You got to read my mind. Kevin, I know you know how to do it. What's up? Somebody said something?
No. So it says Ham, the youngest son of Noah, born probably about 96 years before the flood.
Right.
And one of 8 persons to live through the flood.
Right. One of 8 persons to live through the flood. Because remember, it was Noah, his wife, Shem, his wife, Japheth, his wife, and Ham and his wife. That's 8 people.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He became the progenitor of the dark races.
The progenitor of the dark races, right? Like everybody on the earth ain't dark. You know what I mean? But the dark races is about to name them. Go ahead.
Okay. Not the Negroes.
Not the Negroes. Go ahead.
But,
so is the Negroes a dark nation or dark people, dark-skinned people? They're right, but we don't come from Ham. You know what I mean? This is something that you're gonna have to, because when you run into a blackity black person, they're gonna tell you, oh yeah, but you come from Ham, brother. You're not an Israelite. That's what they're gonna tell you. You don't come from Shem, you come from Ham. That's exactly what they're gonna tell you. And then you're gonna have to show them this so you can combat that. You feel me? What's up?
I got somebody. Well, he just read the Negro, right?
Mm-hmm.
And in the little bit that I know, the Negro is black. That's what Negro means in Spanish.
Mm-hmm.
So when I think of Negro, I think of Judah.
Yeah.
And even Negroes in my country and in the Caribbean and Mexico, all over there, I think of them as Negros.
Right.
And me, and people that look like me, I think of them as brown or light skin.
Can I? Can I? That's because that comes from slavery. That comes from slavery. A slave mind thinks like that about light skinned and the dark skinned. What's the difference between a dark skinned Honduran and you?
Well, the dark skinned Hondurans, they know they're not black.
Why aren't they black? Are you black?
That's
what I'm saying. All 12 tribes are dark, are black. Black is not
yeah, that's not asking.
Black is not a skin color. Black is a condition. Meaning don't have a God of our own. We don't make our own laws. We're at the bottom of the bottom. That's what black means. Black means like a condition on the earth. I'm not black. Look at my skin. My shirt's not black. You know what I mean? I know some Hispanic brothers that are darker than me. But they like a Puerto Rican said, I'm not black. You black. I'm not black, but he's darker than I am. You know what I mean? Because they're looking at black like as like a skin color. But that's not what it is. Black is a condition. And he's black just like I'm black. Because we both were conquered. He's speaking a slave language just like I'm speaking a slave language. Say something in Spanish. I feel it. That's a slave language. Just like if I say anything in English, it's a slave language.
So, all right. So are Africans black? Are Indians black? Are Hawaiians black?
I wouldn't say Africans are black because they can delegate their own selves and their own land and have their own community. You know what I mean? There's Africans that go over and help Africans. Like Michael Blackson just built a school in Africa. You know what I mean? Akon brought lights to Africa, electricity. You dig what I'm saying?
So that's why you said black is a condition.
Yes, because Jay-Z makes all this money, but Jay-Z ain't doing nothing for Mercy projects. You dig what I'm saying? He birthed $1 million. Him and Beyonce, and they ain't putting nothing out there in Houston or Marcy projects. You dig what I'm saying? That's why we're black. But other nations, they have their people, the rich of their people worry about their people. You know what I mean? Meanwhile, our leaders are tying us to a nation that is falling, a house that is falling. They keep trying to tie us to America, and America can't keep food on the shelves in the grocery stores. But Wack 100 keep talking about, I'm American, bro. I'm American. You know what I mean? He want to stick to that America, be American, all that, but he trying to tie us to a place that can't keep groceries on the shelves.
I understand.
Make sense? You know what I mean? So you what does your name mean? You have to be that.
Yeah.
You have to be an ambassador between the Judites, between the Southern Kingdom and the Northern Kingdom. You have to be that ambassador. So you have to be telling them, no. You feel me? You are, you know what I mean? Y'all are brothers. Y'all are the same. I don't care how light-skinned he is or how dark-skinned he is. Y'all are brothers. And y'all need to act like it and love each other. That's what you need to be doing. You dig what I'm saying? You feel me? And you need to demand it. Like, don't do that. Because you gotta demand that shit because you're not dealing with no nice, soft people. Your people is hard. Your people is rough.
I think what you mean is like be
Calm concept.
You know what I mean?
Calm concept.
What you're saying, like stand by what you're saying.
Yeah, 100%. I understand this.
I would just like when I say demand it, I mean like have a countenance of like a leader, like you know what I mean. Like I've one thing I learned about Malcolm X. When Malcolm X used to be talking, boy, he'd make you believe it. You know what I mean? To the point where his voice would crack. That's what they do. You know what I mean? His voice would be cracking up. They be like, oh my, like he really mean it. You know what I mean?
When we used to go to camp, I used to listen to his speeches. When you saw me with my headphones in the car, while we were going to camp, I would listen to him, checking out and the gospel and all that.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Like you have to believe that you're an ambassador. You have to believe that we're brothers. And then you have to, like you said, present that to them with confidence, like to where they be like, I can follow this brother and to follow him where he, you know what I mean? And then they be like, you'll get it. You'll get them. You'll get them because that's all they looking for. You know what I mean? That's all we're looking for. We're all looking for that. That's why Commander Junior when we first seen Commander Giuliani and General Muhammad, we was like, oh shit, some brothers that you know what I mean? That's what brought me into ISUPK because Captain Zariak said, don't just sit over there and talk shit. If you go cross the line. You know what I'm talking about? Or get out of here because we got business to do here. Like, okay, I said, yeah, we do. You feel me? I wasn't even in school yet, but I was like, we do got bit. You know what I'm talking about? I'm right there with them. Okay. And I've been locked in ever since. You dig what I'm saying? You feel me? So once you bring it to him like that, like that's your brother. I don't care how light skinned he is, I don't care how dark skinned he is, we are brothers. Together. You know what I mean? We got the same enemy, we eat the same foods, you know what I'm talking about? We got the same mannerisms. We are the salt of the earth, you feel me? I seen a little girl dancing to some Hispanic music, and she was sea walking, but it was cold. Ayala showed it. I said, boy, that's like she dope. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? Because that is just flavor. You got that salt. You know what I mean? All right. Good. Keep going, Capiar. What's up? You got something else?
Oh no.
All right. Keep going. Dark. You started Dark Nation, not the Negro.
He became the progenitor of the dark races, not the Negroes,
right?
But the Egyptians,
right?
Ethiopians,
right?
Libyans,
right?
And
Canaanites, right? Go ahead.
And I didn't see when his father lay drunken, brought a curse upon Canaan.
Right. So Ham, right? Noah had what's up? Oh yeah. Noah had went over the what's the name, right? The what would you call it? Had got drunk because he had survivor's remorse. The whole earth had just got unalived by the Most High. You feel me? And the only people that survived it was Noah and his family. You feel me? So he got drunk. Noah got drunk. He was like, man, like he had survivor's remorse. I think I feel some type of way too. Everybody else died or got unalived on the earth, and I was the only. You know what I mean? I'm like, damn. Hold me up, bro. Yeah. You know what I mean? I feel some type of way too, but he was drunk and he got naked. He was naked or whatever, and Ham went in there and seen him and went back and started making fun of him to Shem and Japheth. And Shem and Japheth, being good sons, went in there and, you know what I mean, they went in there backwards with a blanket and covered up Noah. You know what I mean? And helped their dad out while Ham was laughing at him and joking about him. You feel me? So for that, they cursed Canaan. So you see the Africans that be like walking around with a plate in their lip, bone in their nose, and they gotta use cow piss for mosquito repellent.
Yeah.
They the Africans that you see feed an African for 22 cents a day.
Yeah.
That's the Canaanites.
That's them?
Yes, because they got cursed. They got cursed because of
their father.
Yeah.
Mocking his father.
Right. The Lord don't play that shit. So you got to be careful about how you treat your parents and how you treat other people. Because the Lord will curse your children because of the way you act towards a person. You know what I mean? You dig what I'm saying? The Lord you might be talking about somebody and that the Lord be like, hey, you know, I kind of like him. You know what I'm talking about? Like, I kind of like him. You feel me? Like, okay. So you say she's going to play with him like that? Wait till your son is born. And your son be born with 2 toes. You feel me? 2 toes, 8 fingers. And you dig what I'm saying? All right.
Yeah, it's like those children, you know, who was laughing at, who they was laughing at? Paul. It was Paul. And they was laughing at Paul when he had a bald head and he turned around and cursed them. And the bear can't ate them.
Oh, yeah.
It was
Yeah, the Lord don't play that. So that's why we have to be kind to everybody. You feel me? Everybody. Even if like I told you with an Edomite, right? it's already bad enough that you're about to rule over them. So you tell them you can't hold the door open for them. Like if you walking in before them, you're like, hey, there you go. You know what I mean? Especially like a homeless white person, like you tell them you can't give them a bottle of water. You dig what I'm saying? Like you're already finna rule over these people. Like you're already, and he's in his kingdom and he's homeless and can't eat and stuff. You tell him you don't have you got all these waters. But hey, take a water before you die. You know what I mean? I don't want you to unalive out here. Take a water. You dig what I'm saying? We're better than these people. We're better than them. You feel me? We're like, so we have to act better than them. That's what Captain Isupk told me. Because the whole time I remember I was a young 50, and the whole time I was, you feel me, and I was hearing the oppressor's the devil and this, that, and I seen Captain Isupk give an oppressor a water, but the oppressor looked terrible. I ain't gonna say he looked like he was on his last leg, and he's like, can I have a water? And Cap was like, looked at him, he's like, give him a water. I gave him the water. You know what I'm talking about? And I had to ask Salaki, sir. Yeah, everybody always told me, you know what I mean? He was like, he kept had to tell me that we're better than them. You know what I'm talking about? What's a water? We got a lot of waters. A lot of bottled water. What's one bottle of water? You know what I mean? They can't say now. Is the KKK gonna do that? Yeah.
I was about to say that. They don't give us a bottle of water now.
I know. That's why we're better than them. That's why they have to take us off the Southern Law Poverty Southern Baptist hate group thing. You know what I'm talking about. They got to take us off the hate group list. We don't hate nobody. We feed and clothe the people that you say we hate. How can we hate them when we feed and clothing them? You do what I'm saying? How can we hate them if we've given them clothes and giving them food and giving them water? And, you know what I mean? We're doing with the job that America should be doing. Not only that we're doing our job for our people, we're doing the job for you too. What they should do is give us grants. So give us buildings and things that we can do, so we can go help everybody. You dig what I'm saying? Just everybody can't go into the school and worship keep the feast days. You dig what I'm saying? Everybody can't do that. Now everybody can get some water, everybody can get some food, everybody can get some clothes, but everybody can't come in here and get this knowledge and get this understanding of the Lord's feast days, and you know what I mean, and who they, you know what I mean? Everybody can't get that. But you know what I mean? What's water? What's food stamps? You know what I mean? Y'all remember where we at? We're gonna pick up here next week. And with that, I'll pass the class over to Priest and Officer Taziar.
You ready to start this already?
So the Isupk security announcements. We're at the Isupk. It started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to share themselves with the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6-month period in which the brother and sister will court each other. After the 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. You can find this in the book of Numbers, chapter 18, verses 21, and the book of Malachi, chapter 3, verses 8 through 10. Masherah means tenth in the Hebrew. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to the church department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offerings with priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations,
The this is a new schedule, bro?
It's going to be Passover. Oh,
Nah, this is new.
is it 2024?
23, 24?
Oh.
But it ends in Purim. Passover. So when is the Passover this year?
April 20th.
We don't have the.
I think it is 20.
Well, I'm not over sure, so I'm gonna skip that.
Oh, we don't have it.
All right. Reminder.
I've been asking for it, but I gotta stay on top of it.
Okay. Reminder to anybody that wants to be a trooper in the school, you're required to wear all black. That includes boots, shirt, pants, headband, and scarf, and that includes the Isupk security announcements. And with that, innovation on Mazin. Innovation on Mazin. We want to start, turn to the east.
Yeah, like that.
We want to say the Lord's Prayer. Then,
Oh, I guess it's me. Okay.
we still want to.
Okay, good.
We want to start, turn to the east, and say the Lord's Prayer. You know, Shema Kadash. Abanawa.
Abanawa.
Bashamayim.
Bashamayim.
Kadash.
Kadash.
Ayah.
Ayah.
Shemka.
Shemka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Malaka.
Malaka.
Kab'ah.
Kab'ah.
Watzayaka.
Watzayaka.
Ayah.
Ayah.
Aisha.
Aisha.
Ba'aratza.
Ba'aratza.
Wa.
Wa.
Ayah.
Ayah.
Bashamayim.
Bashamayim.
Lathandanawa.
Lathandanawa.
Come.
Come.
Ka.
Call.
Yawam.
Wam.
Wasalakinawa.
Wasalakinawa.
Kabwatinawa.
Wasalakinawa.
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 Kabwatinawa.
Kabwatinawa.
Wa'ala'ah.
Wa'ala'ah.
Kabayayinawa.
Kabayayinawa.
Balasaya 1.
Balasaya 1.
Ba.
Ba.
Hawashayinawa.
Hawashayinawa.
Mayun.
Mayun.
Ra.
Ra.
Kaya.
Kaya.
Kab.
Kab.
Amalakwa.
Amalakwa.
Awala.
Wa'ala'ah.
Watapara.
Watapara.
Walamya.
Walamya.
Amen.
Amen. Are we going to say the Lord's Prayer in English? Our Father.
Our Father.
Which art in heaven.
Which art in heaven.
Hallowed be thy name.
Hallowed be thy name.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy will be done.
Thy will be done.
In earth.
In earth.
As it is in heaven.
As it is in heaven.
Give us this day. Give us this day. Our daily bread. Daily bread. And forgive us our debts.
Forgive us our debt.
As we forgive our debts to us.
As we forgive our debts to us.
Lead us not.
And lead us not
into temptation.
into temptation.
But deliver us.
But deliver us
from evil.
from evil.
Thine is the kingdom.
That is the kingdom.
And the power.
And the power.
And the glory.
And the glory.
Forever. So be it.
So be it.
All right, now we're going to start. Turn the face to front. Oh, my bad. Salaki. Go ahead. My bad. My bad. I'm just used to. Go ahead.
We're going to give courtesy to the brother, men of Israel. Majid Shabbat. Barak. No, sorry. Majid Shabbat.
Let's start all over now. Start all over. It's Ahmad Shabbat. Ahmad.
Majid Shabbat.
Wait, hold on. You guys say
Men of Israel. Majid Shabbat. Majid. Barak. Yahweh Yahweh Yadim Tuck. I'm going to start, turn, face to the sisters. Give courtesy salute. Men of Israel, Majid Shabbat. Ahmad. Barak. Yahweh Shema Allah Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. Yadim Tuck. Place to
you gotta move these.